Federal government plans talks with ethnic groups to curb agitation. The federal government is considering engaging in dialogue with those it called sectional and factional groups in the country as part of measures aimed at tackling the nation's security challenges. The proposed dialogue is meant to address the agitations of the groups. This dialogue option was contained in a document, the nation's National Security Strategy, which was launched by President Muhammadu Buhari last week. The document was prepared by the Office of the National Security Advisor. According to the document, the government is willing to do everything possible to achieve political security, economic security, energy security, food security, labor security, health security, education security, environmental security, and social security, among others. It noted that the nexus between political stability and economic prosperity called for appropriate measures to be taken to ensure the political security of Nigeria. The document read, "Our political security measures will encompass the following multi-sectoral responses: promote unity and national cohesion by fostering a culture of civility and inclusive public disclosure, and ensure political stability based on multi-party democracy, grassroots political participation, political inclusiveness, strong democratic and political institutions, and a free, fair, and credible election process devoid of all kinds of violence," saying we will enhance good governance based on development, accountability, zero tolerance for corruption at all levels, sound regulatory mechanisms, due process, rule of law, and human rights. We will promote non-discrimination among all Nigerians irrespective of gender, religion, or ethnic origin. We will ensure sound fiscal federalism as a deliberate socio-economic strategy. We will also promote a mixed economy that encourages creativity, entrepreneurship, and innovation in wealth generation while ensuring equity in resource distribution. We will ensure freedom of information, national orientation, the radicalization and political education of the populace as a political strategy to facilitate citizens' commitment to our national security goals. We will strengthen law enforcement institutions and uphold the independence of the judiciary to check political impunity and related crimes in order to further entrench democracy. On dialogue with groups, the document added, we will engage sectional and factional groups in constructive dialogue to address agitations, and we will identify and address the root causes of politically motivated conflict. We will promote national interest in our foreign relations and interactions with international political structures, international agencies and organizations, as well as international non-governmental organizations. The federal government in Nigeria will drive the implementation of our political security measures under the principle of delineation and distribution of responsibility among the different tiers of government. To this end, we will employ all national strategic assets to coordinate the achievement of our national political security goals. Additionally, the National Council of State will continue to advise the President on political security matters of the nation. Political stability in Nigeria will be measured in terms of power devolution mechanism, inclusive political process, crisis-free political succession, and leadership transition. So guys, that is what the federal government is trying to embark on. There's always a saying that it's better late than never. If they can do with all of this they are talking about, if they can go ahead with all of this they are talking about, just bringing down the peace, bringing peace amongst the people, it will be a good thing. Or if they are really ready to make sure that everybody is well treated, and we hope it's not all this normal rhetorics, because they know that everywhere is agitated. They don't need a soothsayer to tell them. And more so, some people will say, oh, this one is a medicine after death. Of course, because for the first 5 years, they've used that years to just, do as if there is nobody that can really talk to them, nobody that can really withstand them, nobody can do anything. They are on top of the world. And with their position and their body language, showing as if even after their after 2023, they will not want to even release power. They will not want to live there. That is the position from all indications. And recently, the Punch newspaper has said from now they will not be addressing the president as the president, but they will be addressing him as Major General, because he's a dictator. Because all the character he exhibited while he was head of state between that 1983 or 85, 84, 5 or so, the same thing. And when he came out to tell people that, oh, I'm a reform Democrat, I'm a changed person, I'm this and that, and at the end of the day, we are seeing that it's just, you know, it's a kind of deceit. Other people will use the word that, you know, it's a scam. So it will be in their own interest if they do the needful. It will help them if they do the needful. But if they begin to show this attitude of, oh, nobody is going to tell me anything, I'm the one that will do the work of executive, I will do the work of judiciary, I will do the work of the legislatures, I will do everything, I will do the work of security people, it's going to backfire at the end of the day. And it's beginning to backfire. When you think that people are docile, when you think that people will not be able to do anything, taking people for granted, but you'll be surprised that the manner at which what you never expected will happen, you won't believe it. Even your so-called closer persons, they are the ones that will even instigate all of those things. Because those ones around you, you think they love you. They are advising you, they are telling you, oh, don't mind them, don't mind Nigerians, don't mind this one, don't mind that one. Don't listen to anybody. When they were in power, what did they do? Did they do anything differently? Because you came to tell us that you're going to do things differently. And that was why people gave you power that for the first time. But the first time was not even encouraging. But we don't know how you guys got in there. But in as much the constitution has said you are the president, then you don't have to do the needful. Like I said, their position is just like, oh, whatever is going to happen, or maybe they are not going to even live after 2023. So it is going to be in their own interest. All the problems that we are facing now, they caused it. They caused all the problems. All the problems. You talk about the economy, it is from their bad policies. Bad policies. Nepotism, you talk about inclusiveness. Nepotism, tribalism. They will be accusing other people of what they themselves are doing, of what is glaring to the whole world. They will be accusing people of doing that. Disobedience to court order, they are saying all of this. Like I said, I hope it's not going to be one of those rhetorics they are coming to sing, or they want to tell Nigerians what Nigerians will want to hear. But what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, if they are coming to deceive Nigerians or just to read ordinary rhetorics or speeches here and there, it's going to affect them. It will affect them seriously, because they feel that they have power to do and undo. These are the things that they ought to have come with from the beginning, bringing people together. The first tenor, okay, you did all you did, but now your second tenor, and that was when they started exhibiting even some of the things that one never envisaged. They started behaving in a manner to which that nobody's going to hold them. And everybody just like, if you want to go by that, because you came to deceive us with all this rhetorics of change, oh, this and that, you are a changed person. And at the end of the day, you turned it around again, that change begins with you. You tell Nigerians to be patriotic, you tell Nigerians to be law-abiding, but those are the things that you do. You don't even comply with all of those things. When you see things going wrong in your own cabinet, in your own environment, you don't say anything, but always like to point fingers at other people. And just like this man, Lai Mohammed, the same thing that you guys did before you came in, now you are using that in against the masses, social media, and trying to suppress the voices of the people. So it will be in their own interest if they try to dialogue with people, different groups, people who are not happy with what has been happening, people who are not happy. If they can dialogue with them, it's going to be to their own interest. I think now they are beginning to accept that things are not going on well, because they will tell you everything is going on fine. Loretta Onoche, they will be telling you everything is fine. Festus Keyamo, they will tell you everything is fine. All of them, even the vice president, they will say, oh, everything is okay. So why are they not telling us that they want to dialogue? If everything is fine, why would you want to dialogue? If the country is not in disarray, why would you want to dialogue? Why would you want to dialogue if you know that everything is fine? Because things are, and most of their supporters too, They are not even helping matters. If really things are okay, then why are they now coming out to say they want to dialogue with different groups? And they are talking about, those are the things that even Omoyele Sowore, a lot of Nigerians have been saying, that everyone must be included. The idea of telling somebody or some people or some section that, oh, you the people that gave you 5%, people that gave you 97% or 95%, that you are not going to concentrate on them. You have started, that is hate speech on its own. It's hate speech because now, because of that, you have polluted a lot of all those people who did not vote for you. You have already polluted their mind. You have told them that nothing for them in your regime. Is that not hate speech on its own? When you have caused all the problem, what caused the hate speech that they are even talking about? They are even talking about every now and then. Is it not as a result of that singular statement that you are going to concentrate more on those who voted for you, not those who did not vote for you? And like the question I always ask, those who did not vote for you, they dare not say they are not going to pay tax. So in as much they are still going to be paying tax, irrespective of who is the president, irrespective of who they voted, whether the person wins or the person never won, they still have to pay their tax. And it is from their tax that they're going to use to fund your government. So how can you come out? How dare the government coming out to say, I will concentrate more on people that voted for me? In as much citizens do not have the right to say I cannot pay tax. You dare not say you cannot pay tax, and you dare not say you are going to concentrate, because it's not your personal money. It's not your father's money. It's everybody's money. So when you started on that note, how do you expect people to be happy? They talk of restructuring, nothing. They talk of inclusiveness, nothing. People want to break up, nothing. Okay, let us have good governance. You say lie. You want to do it your own way. So the earlier they dialogue with people, the better for them and for everybody. The better for everybody, because if you think that people will not have peace, you yourself will not have peace. That is just the way it is, by nature, by default. If you think you don't want to give other people peace, you yourself, you will not have peace. So that is just my own opinion. So it's a good thing if they can abide with all that they have talked about here, not just ordinary rhetoric, just saying what Nigeria would like to hear. And at the end of the day, you are going to be doing something different. And I'm sure people will know, until people see that really you are ready to dialogue with them, not what you are going to say differently. Because as far as Nigerians are concerned, they don't trust this government, because once they say one thing, they do another thing. Say one thing, they do another thing. So if they want to redeem their image, if they want to have peace as well, they should do the needful. So guys, I would like to hear from you what you think about this new development of dialogue with the federal government and the concerned groups, those who are agitating in order to curb agitation. Thank you very much for always being there. Bye.